The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We raised a stink in the city of Midlothian from the South Burbs there yesterday by reading something from the Midlothian, Illinois Neighborhood Watch, causing havoc throughout the city, online anyway, where we read this from that Neighborhood Watch Facebook group. Is someone seriously mowing their lawn at 10 p.m. at 150th and Kenton? WTF. Now, the man we were talking about who responded to this post, and we'll go through his defense one by one, is on the line with us. He found us, and his name is Andrew, and he's from Midlothian. Welcome to the show, Andrew.
Thank you.
All right. Now, I want to read your points that you responded to that person with on the group. You said, first of all, it was 9 p.m., not 10 p.m., and you put a screenshot up of 9:16 p.m.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep, you did that.
Fact check. Got it. Not fake news.
I think there's a difference between 9:15 and 10 p.m.
Is there a big difference, though?
About 45 minutes, I guess.
Very good.
If I put my finger on it.
Thank you, Kenzie. Thank you.
Roughly.
I was done cutting before 10.
You were done cutting before 10, so you're just trying to basically fact check this person exactly. But still, maybe cutting your lawn at 9:15 is a little late for some people in the neighborhood of kids.
I mean, I got a 4-year-old who was sleeping right above the window I was cutting in, and he didn't wake up. It's an electric lawnmower, so it's not that loud.
Wasn't pumped up with Benadryl or anything?
Nope, nothing.
Yes,
Okay.
Did you drug your kid? We want you to be honest. Did you drug us so I didn't wake
I
up?
could cut the grass.
And that was your second point, that it's an electric lawnmower, so kick rocks, is what you said to the person complaining.
Yep. These people in Midlothian, man, they'll complain about anything. There's a anything walking down the street, they're complaining, oh, there's a suspicious car driving down the street. No, they're trying to go to their cousin's house. Leave them alone. If you go on that page, it's nothing but people complaining left and right.
Okay.
Now, I have an idea. I have a question for you. So the poster was anonymous, but do you have any idea who it is? Because I feel like in my neighborhood, if somebody posted, I would have a pretty good feeling about who posted that. Do you have any idea?
I got a really solid Karen lives across the street from me, calls the police on everything. So I think it might have been her.
All right.
Yeah. And it has to be close to you to even realize you were mowing, so that makes sense.
I mean, like I said, it's an electric lawnmower. You can't hear it from the backyard to the front yard, so it's got to be someone super close.
And just to get all the facts, is this Karen who lives across the street from you, does she by chance have like a brand new newborn baby or something where she's just already miserable? Because like I get it.
She does not. She's about 80 years old.
Oh.
So she got
So
time on her
she's got a
hands.
newborn baby. She's got something going on over there.
Well, that's a science experiment over there, then. All right. Yeah, I wasn't aware of how quiet the electric lawnmowers were when I first read this post yesterday. I thought they made still a little bit of noise. You're saying you can really do it in your own yard, 10 feet away, you can't hear it.
Yeah, they're not loud whatsoever.
Okay. Then finally, you responding to the person complaining of you mowing the lawn at 10, but really 9:16. I live a very busy life. I figured it'd be better to cut it now than just let it grow and look like S. If you don't like it, I'll toss you some money and you can cut it weekly. Grow TF up and get over it. Now, how busy is your life, Andrew? What's going on in your life? How busy are you?
Pretty busy. I'm a master tech for Dodge. I work all day long. Like I said, I got a wife and a 4-year-old that I like to spend time with and do things after work. So I try to limit, I work all day and I come home and spend time with them, and I want to get stuff done. I got a million customers that work on cars on the side, so I'm always working on someone's car to be able to support my family,
Wow.
He sounds like a good
So
guy.
it's been doing nothing but rain all day, all the last 2 weeks in Midlothian, so it's been growing, but it's been wet. You can't cut it when it's wet.
Huh.
And in fairness, though, it's hard advice for her to take because if she's 80, I don't know how she's going to grow up.
Yeah,
The next step isn't great for her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's already old enough.
Yeah, she's up there. Well, listen, I like how you defended yourself, and I'm actually taking your side on this one.
I appreciate it.
Well, at first, when I heard that mowing the lawn late, and I have an 18-month-old, and the guy comes to cut our lawn. I know we rent, so we don't own the building. He comes in there to do that, and I'm like, what are you doing that for? Why are you mowing so late trying to get the baby to bed? It's brutal. So I can relate to the complaint. I can relate to it.
Well, and my question is, just to show if you're like a little bit more fair, if you had a loud lawnmower, if it wasn't electric, would you be doing that at 9:16 at night? Would you think that was too loud?
If I didn't have, I specifically bought the electric lawnmower so that way I could cut my grass later at night. That way I didn't have to do it late and with a loud lawnmower.
So you actually invested.
So I went out, I spent $1,000 on this lawnmower.
Damn.
to be more considerate towards my neighbors.
I feel like you could pay a kid like $25 per time during the day, like $1,000. You know what I mean?
Kids these days want to play video games, not work. When I was a kid, I used to cut grass. Now they
here
just
we
want
go.
to play video games.
Hey, I'll tell you what. I'll come down to Midlothian for $25 extra to mow your lawn for you, man. I'm coming down
I'll
there.
give you $30 an hour just to watch you do it.
Done.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Coming up in about 9 minutes, another chance to get to the Hinterland Music Festival. It's pretty awesome with Noah Khan, Vampire Weekend, Hozier, and more. So just stay here at 9 o'clock. We will have that for you. And speaking of music and great things, a lot comes out today on the streets and your downloads and your streams and on Q101. So, Case, what do we got today for the big releases?
Well, it's a big day, new music. Every Friday on Q101.com, I put up a new blog of new music that is out in the world. If you have a band and you want me to plug your new music, you can always hit me up on Instagram, and I'd be more than happy to include that. But there are big releases today, which is nice because I feel like new music has been a little slow in 2024.
I agree.
I'm just waiting for the thing to grab me, the thing that I'm going to be obsessed with, and I think we might have finally found that today.
Okay.
I have been bored.
Is that right?
I have been so bored this year when it comes to music. I'm like, I guess I'll just pull up like a 2015 playlist. Like I have been reaching, trying to remember what I used to like. So I'm excited about today because I'm hoping it gets my senses tingling because I have not been interested.
You made that clear.
I have been bored.
Yeah.
And there's been some really exciting new music on Q101, but a lot of it's been singles. We've been waiting for these blockbuster albums, and one of those is, of course, Billie Eilish. We gave away her tickets at 8 a.m. this morning for one of her 2 shows at the United Center. She has her 3rd album out today. The album is called Hit Me Hard and Soft, and the big single coming out of that is The Greatest.
Wow. Wow, that is intense.
So one thing I'm loving about Billie's new album. So one thing is that the Barbie song actually isn't on there. So obviously she had this huge smash on the Barbie single, right?
That's right.
And I thought that it would probably be rolled in this album, but we're actually getting 10 new songs. She didn't do that. It must only be part of the soundtrack, which I was not expecting. What I love about this album is, first off, everything's in all caps. And, she gets, this is funny to me because, and I'm going to point this out because I don't know, it just could be my interpretation of it, but a lot of times she's accused of the whisper singing, right? And you don't really realize how insane her voice is because it's really soft and there's all this production and it's a cool vibe, but you don't always understand. As you're getting from a little clip off The Greatest and honestly through the rest of the album, is you're hearing her vocal range more. She's louder on this album, and I think it's ironic that everything's kind of in all caps, the name of the album, every single song, and you're hearing her voice come through. So if anybody ever made a comment that I don't think she can actually sing, you're like, okay, I'm super wrong. She can. Girl got it. Never mind. It was just quiet. I didn't realize what was happening. So I love it because I feel like she's really coming out of her shell. She has a lot of things in her life. She suffers from Tourette's. She's had a lot of body image issues. She had counseling for depression when she was younger. So she's really faced all these things. And I love this album. I love how bold her voice is on it because I feel like she's finding her happiness. I feel like she's finding herself. I feel like she's okay with herself. And I felt like her music before mimicked the shyness she felt. Like there was a lot of production. There was some quietness. And I love, during Mental Health Awareness Month, also her coming out of that box. I think it's a super powerful album. You hear her voice. She's hiding behind nothing. And I'm really excited about it.
Wow.
Kenzie, really well said.
Thank you.
All caps says she's yelling the whole time.
Hey,
So there you go.
Billie Eilish just yelling at them.
Oh, man, sounds really intense from that clip. So there we go. What else, Case?
Bleachers put out an album 2 months ago, self-titled album called Bleachers, and then Jack Antonoff was like, you know what? How about a deluxe edition? I've got 8 new Bleacher songs, so we have not only the great album that came out with Modern Girl a few months ago, but we have a new Bleachers album today that has 8 new songs on it.
That's good for me because, like I said, Modern Girl, I said Song of the Year. Song of the Year when they played Twisted, when he played Twisted last year. It's weird to say they or he, you know what I mean? Because there was like 17 people on stage.
Yeah.
Including someone who looked like his grandfather playing guitar.
They filled the bleachers. That's what their name is.
I mean, 2 drummers. I mean, it was unbelievable, the people in and out of the stage. And he didn't stay on the stage himself, Jack Antonoff. He's all over the place, you know?
He's running around. He's rambunctious on stage.
Incredible musician and really fun. So I'm looking forward. I haven't had a chance yet, but to listen to all the new songs besides, of course, Modern Girl. I love to death that song.
Yeah, so the good news is whether you caught bleachers at Twisted Christmas or not, or maybe you didn't and you really want to catch them, they're playing the Salt Shed next Saturday. That show is sold out. You cannot get into that. But next Friday night, Bleachers is coming to the Q101 Lounge.
What?
We're doing a night lounge. So this is going to start, like Lauren's in the lounge today with the band Let Down, great Chicago band. I think that starts at noon. Afternoon, a little afternoon delight, if you will. Bleachers, Friday night in the Q101 Lounge. If you want to get into that, you can enter on the contest page at Q101.com. And maybe if we're lucky, Jack will play the song Tiny Moves, which is one of the new ones on the Bleachers album, which is maybe my favorite Bleachers song ever.
Watching it all come down. Watch it go round and around. The tiniest moves you make. Watching my whole world shake.
Kenzie's doing the swim dance to that.
On the edge again. On the edge again.
Listen, the man knows how to write a groove.
Oh, that's good stuff.
I mean,
Bobby.
Taylor Swift doesn't come to him for ideas, because he's bad. You know what I mean? Like, the guy knows how.
She doesn't want her album to suck.
Yeah. I mean, the dude is like her best friend, and man, does he know how to write songs, that guy. Amazing.
That's right. So there's a bunch of new stuff today. There's a new White Reaper song that I'm obsessed with. There's a new Sludgeworth song, great Chicago band.
Sludgy?
But the big
Not me. I'm not involved, by the way. I'm not involved.
The big thing that's out today is for the first time in 5 years, we have a new album from Cage the Elephant. It is well worth the wait. The last time we heard a new album from them, it was 2019 Social Cues, which kicked ass. Bunch of great singles on that. But Neon Pill is out today. We all know the journey Matt Schultz, their singer, has been through. And on behalf of everybody here at Q101, it is so nice to have new Cage music out in the world.
Yeah, and this is one more song from it that you haven't heard. Yeah. Cage the Elephant, and in the same token that Kenzie was talking about Mental Health Awareness Month from Billie Eilish, certainly Schultz has gone through it. He has gone through it, and this is a clear example of saying that you can come out on the other side.
Absolutely.
No matter what you're going through.
So that song is called Metaverse. That's one of the great ones on Neon Pill. They will be at Credit Union One Arena, which is the former UIC Pavilion, on August 14th. That is the day after the Green Day Smashing Pumpkin show at Wrigley. So just get ready for that.
Oh, there's a lot going on.
It's gonna be a very long.
Mama's tired. Okay, I'm gonna go all this stuff.
A very long but very rewarding week for everybody in our beautiful alternative world. And Brian, I think we should play some Cage the Elephant.
Yeah, let's do that. And also, all this stuff is available. Q101.com. Case has all this kind of review on there of all the new music that came out today.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
All right, what a show. Thanks, everybody, for contributing. Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And get ready for the weekend. Tomorrow morning, 8 to 10, remember, Brian and Kenzie throwbacks for the week. Be here for that. And Kate's talking about the podcast in a second. But first, the weekend Q101 from Case of what's going on. You got it, buddy.
That's right. We'll do a real abridged weekend Q101 here as we're up against it. But tonight at the Metro, Bam Margera's brother Jess and his band CKY, they are at the Metro. Tickets still available for that.
Wow.
As well as Say Anything. They are performing Is a Real Boy, their iconic emo album from 2004, 20th anniversary of that. They are performing that in full tonight at the Aragon. Get there early. The opening band is AJJ, who were my favorite band when I was in high school. And then tomorrow night, Salt Shed. I will be there. A bunch of listeners will be there. Please say hi if you see me. Bad Religion and Social Distortion. They are playing the Salt Shed tomorrow night.
What a show.
Get into it. I am pumped.
That's got to be sold out, right?
That is sold out. They are doing an encore performance of that show at the Riv on Monday night. Limited tickets still available for that. And yes, I will be at that as well.
Damn, those are some good shows.
I know. I am pumped for this weekend. Summer is here. Chicago summer.
Oh, my gosh.
It's the party station. Weekend Q101. Let's go.
Stop yelling at me.
He's in all caps there.
I'm scared of the weekend.
He's in all caps like the Billie Eilish CD right there.
Exactly.
I don't know how scared I'd be of the weekend.
I actually said the Billie Eilish CD. I said right there.
That's okay.
You know what? Someone go out there to buy it at Rolling Stones Records or something, going to buy the CD. That'd be
I
great.
love Rolling Stones records. That's a great store.
Awesome. So also 10 minutes away, Lauren will have new Billie Eilish to play for you about just 10 minutes away. Stay here. And first, your takeaways from the weekend, since Case did that about the shows. Kenzie, what do you got?
I had Fred's takeaway.
What's that?
There's a chance Aunt Booty helped that bitch Carol Baskin commit murder.
Right. Well, that is clearly a fact.
Whoops-a-daisy.
Uh-huh.
I love my aunt.
She's a great lady.
She
Well,
was.
if you can find her, if you can track her down.
I mean, no, I haven't seen her in about 15 years, but
Oh,
she
that's
was
too
she was
bad.
always very nice.
And also, finally, takeaway, Brian's Hiney is recognizable even when bent over next to his 2019 Nissan Rogue.
Amen.
That's what you're known for.
Clearly. Case, what's on the podcast?
Well, big update coming to the podcast in just a minute. The lawnmower scandal that has rocked Midlothian. We talked to the lawnmower himself an hour ago. That will be on the Brian and Kenzie podcast. He responded to those allegations.
May I say, it's not like a character. We didn't give the lawnmower personality. It was the man mowing the lawn.
That's exactly right.
I think people are going to think haha, we jokingly interviewed a lawnmower. Is that what we?
No, we
it's
did
the person.
journalism. We did actual journalism.
Yeah.
We went out and found this guy.
That's Monday morning. We interview a lawnmower at 6:30.
Be there for that. Also, my review of Jaws, and Brian has huge news this morning. Tomorrow could be the luckiest day of your life. He will tell you all about that on the Brian and Kenzie podcast.
That is it. Go do it at Spotify, Apple, Q101.com, wherever you find your podcasts.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.